I've been having dreams.
Hello.
And welcome back to our YouTube channel.
All right, my name is Judy.
And I'm Urbi.
In this channel, we talk about relationship, marriage, lifestyle, and so many other bonga topics.
From the topic, you can see what this YouTube channel, what we're going to be talking about today. But before we dive right into it, if you haven't subscribed or liked, please do that. And if you have watched our previous video before and you've been here with us, please do subscribe. Thank you.
Okay, so just like the topic, I'm going to be telling, or we are going to be telling you guys how I caught this fish. Okay, so first of all, I will not fail to thank God Almighty and then also thank Facebook. So it was on Facebook sometime around 2015.
Okay, see. He has to tell you have to tell your own side and
Yes,
tell
no.
my own side.
So around 2015, sometime in 2015 on Facebook. So I sent her a message on her DM. My guys, babe, no response. The girl did not respond though. I say hi, I say hello, damn self, and all the things what I do, you understand? But she did not respond. So fast forward to 2018. Somehow I followed her on Instagram, and then I started seeing her posting videos of her singing, and then this particular day I had to like message her on her DM, and I said, you have a lovely voice. Pakam! Babe, just respond immediately. Thank you. Oh my guy. So na sharp guy. So I pressed button. I continued. It's so nice. Can you come and sing in my church? So man, I said, oh boy, it don't click. So man, we started chatting, started talking. We now discovered that we are like born in the same month. I was born in October 15 and she October 21st. So and then from there. Hold your peace. You will hear more. Oh yeah, knock your own side of the story. Hit me,
guys. Me, I didn't even know he sent me any message on Facebook. I didn't know he sent me a message. And 2015, I was dating someone, so I was in a relationship. So I didn't have time to come and be chatting other guys. You know what I mean? Girls, you know what I mean? So I didn't send him any. I didn't know if he sent message. Maybe he sent me message. I said it's all the same. So I didn't respond. So 2018, I like to sing, like I said, and he slid into my DMs on Instagram. He migrated. He didn't even say that part. He migrated from Facebook to Instagram, guys. He migrated from Facebook to Instagram, and then sent me a DM, and he saw my video, and he said he liked my voice, and
her voice is angelic.
So I said thank you, and that's how we started talking. He invited me to sing in his church, but I think I was not around. I was not in the country at that time. I think I was already in the UK at that time. So I couldn't come to sing in his church, but we became friends. And he forgot to say all this part that he was dating somebody. He was dating somebody. So
now then I actually didn't know that. I was just trying to make friends.
He was dating somebody, but yeah, there was no strings attached.
Yeah.
We were just friends, and we started talking. And one time he called me, and we decided to talk on the phone.
Being a gentleman.
And then we spoke on the phone for like a very, very, very long time.
Very long time.
Talked about so many things you can't share.
Spiritual things. Actually, the very first call was as though we've known each other for years. Yeah. Like we just vibe, we spoke at length. I had to tell her about my personal goals. She was encouraging me, advising me. But anyways, she advised me a lot about my future, about my plans and everything, encouraged me. And I was like, wow, just like this are rare to find, But that was it. Funny enough, after that time, we didn't talk.
We didn't talk
we didn't talk much. We were chatting once in a while. Fast forward to 2019. 2020 February. Oh yeah, February.
No, February.
Yeah. 2020 February. we're going to be having a program in my church. It was the Valentine period. It was a relationship program, True Love Relationship Conference by Dr. Stephanie Owari, Heart to Heart.
Yes, sir.
So I posted the flyer on my status, WhatsApp status, and I was inviting my friends. And I got a DM from her, when is this program? I would like to come. So I was like, really, are you around? So you tell them how you had to wait for me.
My dear people. Ha! God. So I got to this. He said, okay, I should go, that he was stuck at work, that I should go there, that his friend was going to pick me up. His friend did that, and I was waiting for him inside. Instead of the Oga to just carry himself from outside to enter inside the church, he told me, come out first, so that we come inside together.
Wait, guys, wait.
Let me
Okay, finish.
He said I should go outside and go and meet him. You know, that kind of thing. So I went out to meet this guy. So in my mind I was like, this guy, you know, it looks nice and everything, you know, guys. But you know, I didn't really still have. He was obviously, when you see somebody that is good looking, you appreciate it, right, guys? So I did. So that was it, and then we got into the place.
Okay, so yeah, actually she didn't mention now. So when I got to the venue, you know, she arrived earlier before me. So as a guy man, I said, make she come out, you know, make I observe before I go, you know. So we hugged and then went inside and then we sat together. So throughout the program, you know, the connection was so strong.
It was like we've been seeing ourselves.
I'm telling you.
Like, I mean, as friends, so like we've been seeing physically, because all this while it was like online.
Yeah, and we didn't talk often.
So once in a while. So when we saw like physically, it was like me and this guy, you know, we've been friends, like we've been seeing ourselves like physically and all. So exactly. it was really nice, really connected and all.
Really nice. So for me too, that was like, wow, this babe set, you know. So we went in, the program was on, and we're vibing to the whole event, you know, that kind of event where, you know, we're not for me, you know, everybody was just themselves. During the praise section, come and see me now. Fire dancer. So I was really enjoying myself, and she too was so free. When it was time for worship, we both worshipped, you know. And then to me, all these things were like strange, because of course in this case the energy was genuine.
Yeah, like for me, for what drew me to him was the fact that he was you know, he was he was just free in praising God. He was jumping, you know. The girls, if you know this, you know that some guys, when they were in church, they don't do holy down, you know, just clapping their hands like this, or they will not clap at all. So he was just jumping, he was just, you know, free, and that was like my turn on, my first turn on. I was like, this guy, you know, he just made me feel something.
Okay, yeah. So for me, being a church boy like for a very long time in my life, I've always desired to be with somebody that when I'm with you in church, I'm not shy to raise my hands and worship. I'm not intimidated to praise and all that. So with her, I got that natural, you know, flow. I was still able to worship when it was time to worship. I was still able to dance when it was time to dance. When it was time.
It was like everybody worship your God. Nobody's looking at anybody.
So when it was time for the talk, you know, we paid attention and we were so connected to each other. Like, you know, at some point, so we started holding hands. You know. So the program was for 3 days. My babe, after first day, babe said, "Go come second day." She came the second day. Came the third day.
And guys, break in transmission. This guy, hey, he did not mention that he actually came with somebody planning to.
I did not come.
He was planning to. You don't come with her.
Yeah,
but
we
made arrangements to sit with this girl. So I guess the girl was interested, or him was interested in the girl. So they planned to sit together. But once me, you know, I just told him that. She
stole the show. Cut the long story short, within the 3 days, man, I don't see all the signs. And then on the 4th day, it was a Saturday, and then we agreed to meet much earlier so we could talk. And then I decided that I'm going to ask her some, you know, vital questions for me. I wanted to check my checklist and then cancel all the red flags and all that. So she came quite early, like we agreed, and then we had a talk, and I asked her some coded questions, and I was just, ticking my list. And I was convinced that this is what. Apparently, I'd been praying for a life partner prior before then. So to me, all those questions was just to find out if she's the right person for me, and it turned out she's the right babe for me.
So for me, my own side of it was that day I was already having rehearsals in church, in my own church I used to go to at that time. And he came and he already messaged me that he was going to pick me up from the rehearsal and we're going to go. So that's what happened. And we went to there's an eatery, right?
Yeah,
there was an eatery.
The canteen.
Yeah, in the church where the program was going on. So we sat there and we were talking. And then the guy was now, making some moves like find out, if this girl is ready for marriage. I just knew that this guy was interested in me from that expo. But the truth is, I already was kind of like feeling the guy already because of the attributes I saw in him. So I was like feeling the guy already, knowing that okay, this guy is actually my guy. Because me too, I've actually been praying. I was actually praying that time for a life partner as well, and he just ticked off my boxes as well. So, but when he was asking me all those questions, me, I had to ask my own question because me, I'm AS, so I'm not AA. So I had to use that because I say, I cannot go fall for this guy now. Let me not fall for this guy, and he's not. He's now AS as well as me, and we don't want to have knowing that I'm a health practitioner. I have to avoid guys with that are AS as well, so we'll avoid having children that will be SS. So I used time and I asked the guy. So I just asked him straight up. I said, hey guy, so what's your blood group or your genotype? Sorry. And he was like, it's AA. At that time, in my heart, I didn't do it. I didn't make excitement, but in my heart, I was like, oh, thank God. And then now I can fully fall. I let myself love this guy. I can fully fall, So that's what happened.
So just fast forward a bit, and then for me, she was like, okay, let's do this. So I invited her. Yeah.
No, you've not finished. Sorry, guys. When we were in that program, that fourth day, there was a what do you call that thing? There was a prophecy from one of the artists, the gospel artists that came. And he was like, okay, bring out your phones, guys. Let's do a video. So everybody in church brought out their phones. So we're sitting together, and he was like, so say by this time next year.
By this time next year.
That's what I said.
That's what I said. By this time next year.
When you come for the next True Love Relationship Conference, you come as a married person. And we all screamed amen. Yes, so my Okoko friends from behind was like pointing at me because I was like sitting with her in front of my friends. So they were like, hey, you. And it was all like a joke. We said amen and all that. And then also when they were doing the gifts,
when they were doing the raffle draw,
shout out to Manny.
Yeah, shout out to Manny. Yeah, so he gave me a ticket to claim his reward. When I went there, the doctor of love herself, Dr. Stephanie Warina, said, she said, I usher you into your marriage. And I said, amen.
And the gift was what?
It was
like
it was
set of plates.
Dining. It was dining set. So I took that prophecy and I said amen, and I went back to my seat. And then after ticking all those things, I said, okay, there was no time to waste. Let me just shoot my shot. So I asked her out on a date on the following Monday, that's the next week Monday. Yeah. And then I invited her to meet me at my church address. Though I didn't tell her it was my branch address. So, and then, funny enough, that particular day, my pastor's wife now asked me, oh, what's up with you, marriage, Jaffa? And I said, well, there's this babe I'm trying to observe. She said, oh, bring her. So I had to ask her to meet me in church. Though she didn't know it was my branch.
This guy told me we are going somewhere.
I told her let's go and see a movie, but she should meet me somewhere. Yeah. So she came, I now, I already made arrangements with my pastor and the wife that I was going to introduce them to somebody. Funny enough, I've not told this babe anything. Like, I've not told her anything. So we agreed to meet in the church. We agreed to meet at the venue. She didn't know it was my church, and that was on a Monday. So guys, don't worry. You want to hear the bottom part of this story, just stay tuned to this channel and see you in our next episode, of course.
Bye, guys.
Bye.